Hello everybody and welcome back to the Old Stream Farm. So we are getting close to the end of the series, I would say. I don't know for sure, but basically we need to make our last harvest as good as possible. So the fields which we drilled in the previous episode need to be sprayed. We need to get rid of those weeds. And also we want to make the most of this bakery. So we want to get some more ingredients. We have enough flour, as you can see here. We have 5 pallet loads, but we don't have enough salt and we don't have enough yeast. Probably not enough water either. So we need to buy quite a few different ingredients so that we can resume the bakery. I think I would do the herbicide spraying first. It shouldn't take long at all. Should be nice and fast. Did I rent the sprayer on this series? Yeah, pretty sure I did. So we'll go with this one here. And it does cost, well, how much is it without See and Spray? 2,677. And then with it, it's 4,666. We're going to go with it because it's going to be worth it, as we're not going to have to apply as much fertilizer, or herbicide for this in this case. So we'll go with the 28 meter working width as well. Make that as good as possible. We do have herbicide here already, so we can just get those put into the sprayer. We've got fin number 2 to do, which is the one up there, and we've got those 2 over there to do. I think that's probably all. Yeah, because I haven't done these top fields. I haven't drilled them. Here it is. Good job for the drop nose Matty Ferguson. And I think probably to deliver the products we will try and just use the Kubota ATV, because that is what I bought it for delivering salt and yeast. I suppose it depends how much I want to get, because we do have a lot of flour, but then flour is the main ingredient, so it's going to use way more flour than anything else. So I think, yeah, the ATV, or the RTV, is going to be the best thing to use. So yeah, we'll just pop into the yard, we'll get the herbicide put into here, and it really shouldn't use much at all, so 1 IBC will be enough, if it's a full IBC, which it might not be. I wonder if we can reach it from here. Oh, we can, nice. Okay, that's not a full IBC, it might be enough, because it is really efficient. In fact, yeah, let's just do this, let's just take this to fin number 2. Because we'll pass back through here anyway, and if we really think that we need some more, we can just get another IBC out. As you can see though, it's not really too bad. These fields are pretty good, because I've been keeping on top of the spraying in the past. So the weeds, the seeds of the weeds haven't really spread. Okay, right, so I think we are ready to switch that on. As you can see, it's only switching on the nozzles where we actually have weeds. Very clever technology. In real life, that must save so much money by not wasting herbicide. Same with fertilizer, actually. It must apply more fertilizer where it's not as good, where the yield has not been as good in the past. It becomes much more apparent where the weeds are once we've sprayed them. A few bad patches. But I suppose that's the nice thing about FS, they are just generic weeds. There's not specific varieties, like in real life, like black grass, which causes a big issue. If a field gets infested with black grass, then yeah, it can take out the entire crop. And you can't really spray for black grass in wheat crops and things like that, because I believe it will also kill the wheat. I think the chemical which is required for black grass also kills wheat, so you can't spray it off, which is of course a major problem. Right, so yeah, this is going to be super fast, and yeah, as suspected, we do have plenty of herbicide in here. It's barely using it at all, so we'll just go back up again, I would say, once. That should be enough. If it's not, we're coming back down anyway. what goes up must come down. And then we can do those 2 fields, and then we can work on the bakery, which I'm looking forward to. Hey, we've got some wildlife up here. Roaming. So yes, the herbicide usage probably didn't need to be a concern, but it is nice to use this sprayer again. It's a good series to use it in as well. Although, when we do move on to the next series, it's going to be stricter, the way that I do the spending of money, because obviously it's going to be a big series, and we don't want to be just sat struggling. However, we are going to start off with quite a bit of equipment, like we did do on this series. But I think actually the way I started this series was just right, because we certainly have not just been finding everything dead easy. I have had to work pretty hard to get the money in the bank account. And yes, with that series we're going to be buying a lot of fields. We're going to have to save up a lot of money to buy fields, which will probably be quite expensive. So just so the series doesn't drag, I'm going to make sure we do have enough money to begin with, and enough machinery. Right, I think I just need to go back up, and then we are done. There's really not too much to do here. Just making sure we are getting everything. There's a bit more over there. I'm impressed how well this tractor tows this. Okay. Head down that side. And we're done. So let's get this returned, and we can start working on the bakery. Fold it up. Yeah, I'm not too sure if we're going to be doing any more work in the grass fields. I guess it depends if we have time left after the harvest. Because I am hoping to harvest in the next episode. So we might be passing a couple of days. Yeah, we've got herbicide in. Well, we're not going to use it. We're definitely not going to use it. I'll just leave it at the store. Just put it there. Right, so into leased machinery, sprayers. There we go. Good. Let's head back, we'll put this in the shed, and then we'll come back with the Kubota. Right, it's a machine that I haven't really used much on this series. We do still have these crates. These are for selling the bread. So we'll just take those out, and actually we should also put some of these flour pallets in. Of course, I can't pick that up, it's extremely heavy. It might take everything actually, it might take all of these pallets, so regardless of if we're going to use them all, we'll just put them in anyway. Oh no, this one's stuck. Maybe I can free it by ramming it with another one. Nope, okay, that's weird. Well, we might have to go without this final one. Please, please, please. Oh, there is some movement. Maybe if I ram it with a tractor or the telehandler. Yes, the telehandler will probably get it. Just make some space. Slide these to... I'll put them in here actually. That's a good place for them. And now we need to pick up as much speed as possible so that I can ram the pallets. I can also use the hydraulics. Oh, nice. Yep, that did it. So that's one way of freeing a pallet which is for some reason stuck underground. Right, so it looks like we don't even need it anyway, because I think that's pretty much full. Oh no, it is taking it, just in the wrong place. Now it's full. Okay, so once we start baking bread, we should be able to consume those as well. So yeah, water, yeast, and we've got plenty of wood. Salt. Lots of salt. Just pop that there. Okay, off we go. Now, I think we can get a bigger, like an IBC of water. It may be worth getting it, possibly. Although I seem to remember it was very expensive. Probably because it is a lot of water. But yeah, for water it is still quite pricey. So we'll likely go with the individual bottles. That van's going to pull out in front of me. I knew it. Lunatic. Okay. We've arrived. Just wait here for everything to appear. So it's going to be in pallets. We want... There's the water tank. It is 4,000 litres. That's if we're doing like a massive load of baking. So yes, we want to have these, which are only £35 each. It's more awkward though. Much more awkward. I don't know if you can just take water out of a tanker, because that would be even cheaper. And salt, yeah, lots of salt. Just basically guaranteeing that we can bake loads by buying loads. And now we have the fun job of loading up. So yeah, I think we'll put the back down, the tailgate, and I will time-lapse putting them in. Hopefully it will work nicely. I think if I put the big heavy water bottles at the bottom, then we can then put the boxes on top and then use the straps to lock it all together. That should work. At least I hope it will. Very effective and quite neat. I just hope that I've got enough. Thing is, it doesn't need much of each of these. Oh, I wonder if I can put the tailgate back up. Oh, nice. Look at that. That looks so good. Oh, except for the jiggling, but it still looks pretty good. Well, we can always come back for more. Yeah, amazingly, we actually ended up with the least amount of water over everything. It felt like I put way more water in than anything else, but nope, we're 100 litres down. And now it's raining. Also, I think once we've resumed the baking, we should check upon the sheep especially, because I haven't fed them for a while. But obviously also the cows. No point just checking one. Right, unstrap, bounce. Oh no, that doesn't look as good anymore. So now all of these can be put there. I think it will take it. Yeah, it's taking it. I'm not too sure what the storage capacity is for these. It was 5,000 litres for flour, but obviously it takes a lot of flour. So it might be 1,000 for these, and if so, it means we've got just the right amount. Oh, the water's gone everywhere. Now the water, I think, yeah, we can actually tip it. It's animated, which is nice. Well, it doesn't animate removing the cap, but it still animates the water coming out, which is still nicer than just tipping it upside down randomly. Right, they are either not moving because it's full or because they're at a funny angle. Well, we can resume producing the bread dough. Yeah, the yeast is full at 300. There is space for some more salt, so that should actually go in. There we go. So yeast is 300 and salt is maybe 450, 500. I'm surprised how much salt it takes. 500. Okay. Really what I should do is put all of these on the shelves because it will look so much neater. Quick, let's get this under cover. It's pouring with rain now. So we've got a nice supply. We've got some water, we've got salt, and we've got yeast, all nicely stacked. Oh yeah, and of course we've got our flour. This might even be taken now. Nope. It's taking it as it goes. But we should get many bread dough lumps. That's my expert chef terminology. Yes, some bread. Shaped bread. In dough form. But of course they will take a bit of time to be produced, so I think what we'll do is increase the rate of time to about times 15 and we'll check up on the animals. So first of all we've got the sheep. They need grass, well they're going to get hay. The chickens, they're fine. And the cows are fine. It looks bad, but they are fine. This is a lot of hay that they have. So really we just have to go and deliver 1 or 2 bales of hay to the sheep. Let's put this under cover. Do you remember the time when FS didn't have the ability to stop the rain from coming through the roof in barns? So it would rain inside. And I used to think, oh, if only they could do that, it'd be so good. And it must have been done now for a couple of editions of this game. I think it might have been implemented in FS19. But it is so much better actually being able to put the machines under cover instead of putting it inside the shed, but it still gets soaked. I suppose there could be a hole in the roof. Right, I need my bale spike. Oh yeah, we could also muck out the cows. I'll do that first as we have the bucket on. Oh yes. Lots and lots of manure. I never get a full load. It always starts to bulldoze. Or maybe actually if I lower it in the pile like this, yeah, that tends to work. And we have the manure spreader just out here ready to go. If we're going to use this, it's going to be on the grass field. Although, actually I say that, maybe we could do a contract if we get desperate and I can spread some natural fertiliser on somebody's field. Because that would be pretty much free. have quite a selection of bales here. Well, first of all, we'll go with this round bale, because it might be enough. This is 6,500 litres. And the sheep don't eat that much, not compared to the cows. Okay, so just in here. I think that will be enough. Let's see if it disappears. Oh wow, it did. So how close was that to being full? Oh, look at that. Oh, that is amazing. So it is completely full. Well, a few litres off full. That's certainly good enough. We are stockpiling wool in here. Let's just see when the price for that is at its best. 2,095. So we're better off waiting, because we're down here. What I'll do is I will just move that out of the trigger so that more can spawn, because if we're going to pass quite a bit of time so that we can harvest, then yeah, this is going to be working away in the background, and I don't want it to become full, that spawn point. That should be good. We'll leave that one because it's a partial pallet. It'd be good to get a full one. So that is the sheep dealt with. Chickens flapping away. Where is that one going? I think I might have scared it. Good grief. Ah, there we go. Yeah, so we have done that. We shall now go back to the bakery, because it'd be good to get the first batch of bread into the oven. In fact, we can pass quite a bit of time. It's only raining. It'll be good to get the sunshine out, or at least just stop it from raining. We have 4, and it's growing. I have washed my hands after mucking out the cows. You just didn't see me doing it. Right, keeping the time at 500 is allowing us to have quite a lot. Oh, oh no, we don't want to put the log in. Well, I suppose you do, but just not in there. It wants to be underneath. I don't think you can see the fire. Right, I think we'll keep it at 500. Oh, look at that. I haven't been in here in the dark before. It's quite nice, actually. What I'll do then is I will slow that down so I can appreciate this. I will turn off the interactive zone markings, or markers. Yeah. Feels kind of medieval. I was going to say it's completely candlelit, but it isn't. We do have electric lights up here. Cozy. Very cozy. At this rate, we're going to be having some bread which is ready appearing on the table. Cold breeze. Let's see if we can put this into here now. We can. Good. Oh, another one. Ah, yes, of course. You do have to enable that separately. So now we should get some baked bread, because we do have enough wood in there. These logs just won't go, so I'm going to have to throw them outside. I'm pressing the button, and it just doesn't want them. It took the first one I did. As you can see, we have no shortage. Let's see if it will take this one. Oh, we have a first bit of baked bread. I don't know, we'll just have to wait until it runs out. So that one needs to go into a crate, which I threw over here. Ooh, outside lighting too. Put that there. We'll keep this going until dawn. So they go into there. Keep putting these into the oven. It is a bit dark in the oven. There's another baked one. Getting good at this. Yeah, so I just hope that we do have enough of all the other ingredients, but I think we will do because we've got all this here. But it would be good to get rid of all of the flour as well. Okay. Looks like we can have a quick break. In you go. In you go. Oh, can't keep up now. Back at 500. It's getting light outside. Oh. Right, as soon as it becomes light, we're going to slow the time down. These can go back into there again. It's light. Right. So just 2 more to go into the oven. 1 more to go into the crate. But that's not a bad night shift. On top of our day shift. And now we're back into a day shift. Yeah, we'll keep filling that until it is full. Because I don't want to be buying more crates. So yeah, it continues. Just leave it going. We'll close the oven door. And I think that is going to do it for today. Because next time we can do other jobs. You can see the fields are still growing. Well, yeah, we'll probably keep going with the bakery, but at the same time I want to be passing quite a bit of time so that we can get into harvesting, because it would be good to harvest. Field number 2 will be the first one anyway, because that one was done first. So that might even be ready very, very soon. Yes, very soon. Much sooner than these. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. And until next time, see you again very soon. Bye for now.